Hello, first video in 4 days. Yeah, this is a tag. I've not done a tag in a while, actually. And this is probably the first tag I've ever done that I've not written notes for. I've just written the questions down, so I'm going to wing it. Might make it a bit more exciting. Yeah, it's a tag by bedtime143. I'm not 100% sure there's a title for this. The questions are I don't know how to classify them. They're all about things to be about. Would you ever give up gaming, or how problematic it has been? I won't give it a title, but they're interesting questions. Actually, they're different, and this is a tag. This is a tag that will make people think. It's not one of the standard yes or no, you know. But no, I'll shut up. Before I start, I'm not getting, I might have mentioned this in previous videos, I'm not getting email notification of new subs, and some video comments, and I think that's it actually. But if I'll have to say sorry to anyone who's subbed or left a comment and I've not got back to them, because I've been trying to work out who a new sub is by going through my list and trying to work out if their avatar is one that I recognise, and then seeing if I've already left a comment or not, left a thank you comment. But that's difficult, and it's not 100% reliable. So I will get back to everyone. If actually, I can't guarantee that, but I'll try. But yeah, here we go. This is the tag. I'll start with the first question. Do you ever feel like you want to do away with gaming? I can imagine this is a question most people will go, huh? Because what we're here for is, you know, it's because of our love of gaming, isn't it? To do away with it, no. I don't ever feel like I want to do away with it, because I don't deal in absolutisms. Just to cast things aside. I mean, I'll never close my YouTube channel, and I might in the future, in the far future or the near future, wherever, stop making so many videos. I won't close the channel though, so I don't deal in absolutisms. And it's the same with gaming. I won't ever want to do away with it. It doesn't create problems for me. I mean, I can spend a lot of time gaming, or I can fit it in my spare time. It's not problematic to the point where I get frustrated. I mean, to be honest, a lot of the time games I buy, I can easily justify I can justify them quite easily to myself, the expenditure, and so even the money I spend on it isn't a bad thing, because I try and say to myself that they will hold their value, or some of them will go up in value. So, like I say, I mean, if it's problematic, then I can just pass them on. So that in itself isn't a problem. The gaming itself, no, not at all. I never want to do away with it, because I can, you know, spend 5 minutes a week, or I can spend a whole day. So it's never a problem, never a problem. These next two you could probably answer as one. Have you ever felt bad for staying in and playing games? Do you feel guilty spending so much time gaming? I'll have to, actually, to be honest, I'll have to say yes. To be honest, I don't often spend long sessions. Some people can just play all day and all night. I can't do long sessions like that, because I can't immerse myself 100% and shut everything out because I'm always aware that there's something going on outside, wherever. So the most I do tend to spend, if I'm really into a game, and there's been a few recently. The most recent one was probably Half-Life 2 on the orange box, but in recent past it's been Final Fantasy 9, Final Fantasy 12, Suikoden, what else? Oh, loads. There's been loads, but you can get hooked in and you can just sort of play through, and then the time goes really quickly. There's another one, actually, Championship Manager, that's another one. The time goes really quickly, and I'll find I'll go to bed just ridiculously late, something like, I'm sure it's been near like 5 o'clock in the morning. I mean, that won't be much to other people. To me, it just seems, I don't know, it's sort of difficult to sort of to reconcile as being a constructive, at that time in the morning, constructive use of time. But in that sense, yeah, I can feel guilty about it, but I don't. It's always when I know if I don't play games in small chunks, which is you can't ever feel guilty about, in small bite-sized or blasts. The point being is that the biggest amount of time in one chunk that I'll spend gaming will be when there's nothing left to do other than sort of say I'm going to bed, you know. So you're either going to stay up and play a game, or you're going to go to bed. So, I do feel, actually, to be honest, I do feel envious of people who can just sit and play just massive gaming sessions for hours and hours and hours. A friend of mine, the one I mentioned in one of my recent videos, the one whose stag do I went on, a friend John, 4 of us all lived in a house in the last year of university, and he would regularly take days off, and he'd sit in his dressing gown, this knackered old dressing gown, and we would, there was me, Dave and Sam, which go after college, and he'd be sitting in this chair in front of our living room window, and you could see him, and he's sort of quite a pale bloke, and you'd have the light coming in and hitting his face. And quite often you'd walk past and he'd look like a ghost at the window, sort of huddled up in his dressing gown, with this same sort of gaming look that he had on his face, concentration. And when sort of the morning after the stag do, just last weekend, we sort of stayed over at my mate's house and got up in the morning, and my mate goes, "Oh yeah, I've got a 360," and so he put on Left 4 Dead, and John's new fiance, soon to be wife, won't let him have a console, and so he took the opportunity to have a quick go, and then it all came flooding back because he had that same look on his face, the same sort of concentration. So yeah, I do get envious of people who can. It's just all it is. It's not being able to switch off 100% and to block out everything else that's going on. Because my attention, it's to do with attention span. My attention spans are not brilliant, and so it takes quite a lot to really reel me into a game. So I'm 100% immersed in the game. But it happens a lot. It does happen, but it takes a lot. There you go. Fourth question: Has your love of video games ever put a strain on your relationships or job? To be honest, no. Although most of my girlfriends in the past have had absolutely no idea. There was a girl I was with during university, and she really wanted to. We all used to play video games. We had a PlayStation. She really wanted to join in, but she didn't really have a clue. And I remember we went halves. We went halves on buying Tekken 3 because she really wanted to play it. But she didn't really have a clue. So she sort of embraced it, even though she was new to it. My most recent girlfriend, she had a PS2 of her own when I first went round to her house. She had this whacking great telly and this PS2 in front of me. I was thinking, wow, she's a gamer. It was a silver PS2. She's a gamer. Great. And I checked her games, and they're all things like SingStar and Buzz. So okay, but she's also got a friend who works for Codemasters, so she's not totally 100% lacking in sort of experience. But I did make the mistake of trying to explain to her how I like RPGs, and for someone who's not really a gamer, that's one of the most difficult things to explain. Why do you like RPGs? And she said to me, what, they like Games Workshop? And I thought, yeah, that's the best I'm going to get, isn't it? Games Workshop. So yeah, I went, yeah, pretty much. But no, it has never put a strain on sort of relationships or jobs. It'd be great if I met someone who was really into gaming, so then we could both sort of embrace it. But that'll happen in the future, ladies. Has there ever been a time when video games have helped you out in a certain situation? I've not really prepared an answer for this one, so I'm going to have to take time to think about it. I'll do a bit of time lapse, a bit of a montage, thinking montage for this. I'll cut chunks of this out. I wouldn't say so. I don't think that video games have enough reality in themselves to have enough of a bearing on actual life. Specifically, I think. I mean, games that are like racing games that actually have a footing in real life. You do hear of racing drivers who try and learn tracks that way, but I've seen in Top Gear that it doesn't really work like that, and the actual reality of driving a Nürburgring, for instance, is so far away what you get on a sort of Gran Turismo or something, then you can't really sort of combine the two. I suppose there's the old sort of hand-eye coordination thing, and that's true. Hand-eye coordination. I'll have to say no. That's a rubbish answer. That was crap, wasn't it? That's it. That's 5. I'll list the questions underneath, and I will tag people, but I haven't got anybody prepared up here, so I'll put them also underneath in the description box. I hope this wasn't too long-winded and convoluted. I've got another tag video to do, slightly different one, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and come back very soon, and I'll see you a lot later. Bye.